Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. So for today's video, I will be doing a comparison between your everyday drugstore makeup and your Dollar Tree makeup, so you can see that you can get the same result as you can get at the drugstore in the Dollar Tree. So let's just jump right into it. Okay, so first we're going to start out with eyebrows. We're going to start out with the Dollar Tree side, which is, this is my favorite eyebrow gel, which is the Ioni eyebrow gel, and for me, the dupe is the NYX Brow Glue. This is great, but this is better. Like, not just as good, but better. So I do prefer this. So I'm going to be using both of these. But before I go in with those, I'll be going in with this. This is a brow powder. So I got this from the beauty supply store. I'm going to compare this. But what I'm really comparing is the brow gels. So any eyeshadow powder or brow powder will work for this. And then for the Dollar Tree side, I'll be using the Marie Claire powder, which I'll be using this shade. So let's just jump right into it. All right, so first we're going to go into the Dollar Tree side. So we're going to go into this Marie Claire brow powder, and we're going to go into the darkest shade, which is right here. So we're going to brush the brows up like this. Not that I have much brow hair, but we're going to brush it up like that. And we're going to start with the left brow. So we're going to dip this into this shade right here. Tap, tap. And let's go into it. So I'm going to use this mirror. As you can see. So we're going to go back into it and continue. And then I'm going to go to the tail. And let's go to the tail of the brow. Alright, so that's what the brow is looking like. We're going to clean it up with a Q-tip. Yeah. And that's the shape of that brow. So it's a little more brown than I would like because my hair is black, so I like it a little more deep. But this one seems to be a little more warm toned than the one that I'm going to use in the beauty supply store. So I'm just going to show you now. Before I put that brow gel in, I'm going to show you how this one looks. And then we're going to go into the second darkest shade, which is right here. Wanted to show you was like in the comparison that they will last all day, and they will look similar, maybe not in shade, but like they really, like, the powder doesn't come off, it lasts all day, it will last the next day if you let it. So like, it's just amazing. Great. We're going to take and clean it up like so. Okay, so they look pretty similar, except I feel like the one on the drugstore side looks more cool tone, and the one on the Dollar Tree side looks more warm tone. But we're going to put some brow gel on now. This is Dollar Tree brow gel, which is by Ioni, and this is in the shade Clear. So let's put this on. You want to make sure you have a good amount on there. Alright, so the Dollar Tree one is done. Now, what I do after I put that on is I go in with a spoolie that has nothing on it, and I brush up the hairs where I want them. And you can see. And that's it. Now we're going to go into the brow glue. too much on there, because then it'll leave a white cast and a shiny cast, and we don't want that. This side up. And that's it. Now we're going to go into some eyeshadow. So for the Dollar Tree side, we're going to go in with some concealer. Well, for both sides, we're going to go in with this concealer. This is the Be Pure Clarifying Blemish Concealer. And we're going to, so you just turn it up like this. We're going to put this on the eyelids, like so. Okay, that blended in really easily. I don't know how much coverage this really has because you can't really tell. It wasn't on the lid that long. It doesn't look too bad. So we're going to start with the Dollar Tree side. So we're going to go into this Marie Claire Smoky Delight palette. And we are going to go into this shade right here. This is going to go all over the lid. And we're just going to pat it on like so and blend it in. So that way the eyeshadows go over smoothly over the concealer. Smoothly. We're going to go into the Dollar Tree shadow first. So we're going to go into this bronzer shade, and we're going to use this as the crease shade, the first crease shade. So we're going to go into this. And then we're going to take a little bit more, and we're going to go into the outer corner like this. Blend it out. And then we're going to do the same to the other side. So this shade is going to be on the Dollar Tree side. I have this LA Colors eyeshadow palette in the shade Cruise Control. And I have this whitish shade up here that I'm going to use on the lid. And then for the drugstore side, I have this Wet n Wild Color Icon and Walking on Eggshells. And I want to use this shade on the lid. So put this shade on the lid. Looks really nice. Then we're going to go into the e.l.f. palette, and this one is in Truffle. And we're going to go into this darker brown shade, and we're going to deepen up the outer corner. Now we are going to go into this LA Color shade on this side. Not as pigmented as the Wet n Wild side, so we're going to dip back into it. And then we're going to go back on the outer corner. And then we're going to go into the crease. We're going to do this a few times so we can replicate this side. Before I clean up the bottom and all that, I'm going to put on some wing liner. So on the Dollar Tree side, we have this Marie Claire Precision Liquid Eyeliner, and this one is in the shade, I'm not sure, but I know it's a black shade, so we're going to go in on this side with this one. Oh, it's pretty pigmented. For the drugstore side, we're going to go in with this CoverGirl liquid liner, and this is in the shade 320, and this is a brush tip as well. Right, so now we're going to go into face primer. So for face primer, I think I have a pretty good dupe. So for Dollar Tree side, I have the Be Pure Essentially Ageless Blurring Primer, which looks like this. It's a pink formula. And then I have the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer, which looks like this. These look very similar. This one's obviously more pink, but they work very, very, very similar. So we're just going to do like that. And then we're going to go in on the other side with the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. Alright, so both sides look equal to me. Like, they both look as mattifying. They're like a powder to the touch finish. Like, these absolutely look like dupes to me. And this is a great primer. This Essentially Ageless Blurring Primer by Be Pure is really, really good. I really do like it. It does mattify my skin. I mean, it won't mattify for like the longest amount of time, but it does work really good for Dollar Tree makeup. So I will definitely tell you that much. All right, now that we have primer, we're going to go in with the foundation. So for the Dollar Tree side, I have this Pro Luxe Matte Foundation, which is this one right here. And I have this one in the shade this. And then I have the Wet n Wild Foundation in the matte and golden beige for this side. So these are the two I'll be using. All right, so first we're going to go in with this Pro Luxe Foundation. Oh, this comes with a pump. I love that. So we're just going to pump some out right here. Let's see. Alright, this color looks kind of light, so we're just going to go with it and see how we're just going to go with it and see how it works. Oh wow, it does look pretty light. Oh. Smells pretty floral. We're gonna put this down the neck so it matches everything. Even though this side's probably gonna be lighter, I do have a darker shade of this, but I felt like it was gonna be too dark. Maybe I should have used that one. This seems to have pretty good coverage though, honestly. Which is mattifying as well. And I'm going to put it on that side and buff it in. So this side matches a lot better than this side, but it's okay. We're going to make it work. So both of the foundations are on, and this is what they're looking like. Next, we're going to go in with bronzer to see how they compare. So first, I have the Be Pure Glow Up Contour, which looks like this. And this one's in the shade medium to deep, I believe. And then we have the Halo Glow Beauty Wand Contour, which is in the shade Tan Deep, which looks like this. So first, we're going to start with this one. We'll do about 5. Now, if I do about 5 of the e.l.f., it might be a little too pigmented, but we're going to see. Oh, and we might want to put some up here, especially since this side is lighter. Like that. That side's darker, so we're not going to put as much. And then we're going to go like that. So, let's start to blend. Right away, I'm noticing that the one from Dollar Tree seems to be a lot warmer. And this is the deep one. So we're going to go upwards because we don't want to drag it down. And we're going to tap it after we blend it. Tap it, tap it, Stop it. That looks really pretty. Look at that. Beautiful. And then we're going to tuck this in to the hairline so it doesn't look so pale. There we go. So that looks good. I do like the Dollar Tree side a lot. Now we're going to go into the e.l.f. side. This side does seem more pigmented, but I'm looking at it, it looks a lot darker. With powder, that'll calm it down. That's pretty though. Okay. So there's the contour on this side and there's the contour on this side. They're looking pretty similar. I like to say the Dollar Tree and the drugstore are pretty close. Okay. After contour, we're going to go in with blush. Now for blush, we have another e.l.f. and Dollar Tree comparison. We have the Ioni blush, and this one is in the shade I have no clue. And then we have the e.l.f. blush, and this one is in this shade I have no clue. I can't see. Sorry about that. So we're going to put 2 there. Now they're dupes, except the Ioni blush is not as pigmented as this. So we're going to grab onto the e.l.f. blush. And as you can see, the Ioni is very neon, and so is e.l.f. So there we go. These shades are very, very similar. And we're going to start with the Ioni side, and we're just going to blend. So you want to blend like this. And you don't want to... Okay, this is very pigmented. The Ioni side is just as pigmented as the e.l.f. side, if you ask me. As you can see. Now, we're going to put concealer up here, so it's not going to be as much. So we want to leave the pigment here for now. So that's a pretty blush. Now, if you feel like it's too pigmented at any point, you take your sponge and you blend it in more with the sponge, and it'll tame it down a lot. So now we're going to go in with the e.l.f. side. Okay, so you see how this one's way more pigmented than this one? So we're going to put this brush away. Then we're going to take the sponge and we're going to blend. And as you can see, it helps calm down that pigment a lot. We're about to go into concealer, so we're going to go back into that Be Pure concealer. Now this Be Pure concealer is for blemishes, so meaning it's mattifying. So I'm comparing it to the e.l.f. Camo concealer, which is mattifying as well. We're going to take some of this and put it onto the other side. Now I noticed that this Be Pure one is pretty peachy, and the shade is pretty similar to the e.l.f. So as you can see, this one's more peachy, but it works. So we're going to grab a concealer brush, and then we're going to go in and blend this out. So let's just blend this out quickly. Now we're going to blend it out with a sponge. Okay, concealer is on. Now we're going to go in with our under eye powder. So for the Dollar Tree side, we have this Mercier pressed finishing powder, which looks like this. like this powder. Then we're going to go onto the other side with the Essence Brighten Up powder. It's their banana powder. Looks like we're going to put this on the other side. They look equally as brightening, but we're going to swipe off this powder and see how brightening they really are. So it seems to me like the Dollar Tree side is more brightening. I mean, can you see that? That seems more brightening than this side. I don't know. But to me it does. Okay, so we're going to finish by putting powder around the rest of the face. So for the Dollar Tree side, I have this Pro Luxe Matte Setting Powder in this. So I'm going to put this on first. Alright, so this side is matte and this powder's on. So this powder looks pretty good. So for this side, we're going to go in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Banana Setting Powder, and it's like this. Alright, next. So for the next part of makeup, we're going to go in with contour. For the Dollar Tree side, we have the LA Colors New Glow Contour, and this is a matte bronzer, and this one is in the shade Siren. So, look at that. So pigmented. Beautiful. Look at that contour. It looks so pretty. And then, do we want anything on the forehead? No, that looks perfectly fine. Okay. Then we're going to go into the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer in the shade Suntan, number 3, which looks like this. And I'm going to go with that. Look at those contours. They look pretty. I love the contour my face. Okay, next we're going to go with blush. So first we're going to go in with our LA Colors blush, and this was in the shade Creamsicle. And it looks like this. Very pretty peachy blush. So we're going to take our brush, and we're going to dip, 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 tap, 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 and see how that looks. Oh wow, that's pretty. Then for the drugstore side, we have the Alamod Cosmetics, and we're going to go in with this one right here. Oh yeah, they look the same. Except this side looks more glowy than this side because this side is matte and this side is not. But the color looks very similar, so I'm just gonna go with it. We're gonna go into highlighter before we spray the face. And the first highlighter we have is this Beauty Intuition highlighter, and there's no shade on here, but it looks like this, and this is going on the tip of the nose, like this. See? Oh, and this gives you like a iridescent highlighter. I don't know if you can see that. It's like an iridescent color. Okay, that's fine. These were the two that were the most alike. I'm not putting highlighter on here, but I am putting it on the bridge of my nose. So then I have this e.l.f. Shimmer Highlighting Powder, which looks like this. There's no shade on here, but this is what it looks like. And I'm going to put this down the bridge of my nose. This, and that looks beautiful, and that's how that looks. Okay, so the next step is to spray the face. So this side of my face, I'm going to spray with the Mercier matte setting powder. It's the makeup finishing spray, and this is the long-lasting matte formula. Okay. And then we're going to spray this side with the e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. This side definitely looks more matte due to the luminous blush that was on this side. I'm going to take this off. Okay, so next we're going to go into mascara. And for the Dollar Tree side, we're going to go into this Marie Claire Defining and Volumizing Mascara. And for the drugstore side, we'll be going into this Essence Lash Without Limits Extreme Lengthening and Volumizing Mascara. So for both sides, I'm not going to use a eyelash curler. So let's see what this looks like. So let's go into the Dollar Tree side. So this is the wand. It's pretty thick, pretty fat. So let's go. Let's see what it does. For this side. Okay, so far I'm not liking the Dollar Tree side at all. This is doing 0 for my lashes. This formula is no good. Alright, so for the Marie Claire side, no good. Okay, so for Marie Claire side, it was like they left them limp. They're not up at all. You can barely see them. So that's going to be a no. And then for the Essence side, I know I like this mascara, so we're just going to put this on. It's not going to do the best for my lashes since I'm not using any eyelash color, but we're going to use it anyway. Okay, and the last step to our makeup is lips. So, I'm going to get a tissue and wipe off this foundation. And then, we're going to compare the lips. Okay, so, for the drugstore, we have the Stay Ever Gel Lip Liner by Nika K. And this one is in the shade Taupe. And this one's going on the bottom. And then for the Dollar Tree side, we have this LA Colors Auto Lip Liner in the shade Chocolate. And this will be going on the top. So the top is the Dollar Tree, the bottom is the drugstore. For Dollar Tree, which is the top, we're going to put on this Ione Shea Butter Lipstick in Nude. Oh, that is pretty. And then, for the drugstore side, we're going to put on this Wet n Wild lipstick in the shade Never Nude. Okay, so I never knew it's way lighter. I don't know, but we're just gonna blend them together. Okay, so this is the final look. Let me know what you think in the comments below. This is the Dollar Tree side, which is much more glowy because of the sheen we have in the blush. And then we have the drugstore side, which is looking a lot more matte. But they look very similar in color, as you can see. I mean, look at this side, and then look at this side. I mean, they look pretty similar. I would say the finish is glowier on this side, but which do you prefer? Let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.